Hello and welcome to the channel. In this video I'm going to tell a bit about the problems I've encountered with using the Movidius Neural Compute Stick, and I'm going to show a small video about running the demo of it. In this one I've attached it to the Raspberry Pi running Stretch. I've tried it, the installation of the SDK and the samples and Caffe and everything, and the TensorFlow with Ubuntu on this, with JSC, with Raspbian Stretch and so on, and it seems to be full of trouble as there's always some problems with different dependencies, different libraries and so on, packages, and Intel hasn't really prepared the installation very well. When you look at the scripts themselves, there's stuff commented out and something should be added, something which was working in Raspbian JSC but not in this one, not in the Stretch. And basically I'm compiling here OpenCV part of it. I've managed to make the actual Movidius stick communicating with this one fine, but then getting the Caffe working with this one, the OpenCV and everything not working so well. And then if I want to have TensorFlow working, that's an even bigger issue. Yeah, there seems to be a lot of information online about this. But so far the one that seems to be best working is that you put the SDK and the development environment and this Movidius stick on an Ubuntu 16.04 computer running on Intel x86, not an ARM, so that when you compile and do transfer the libraries and the network which you have into this one, you just put the stick to the Raspberry Pi, transfer from your main development computer the files to Raspberry Pi, and then you just run them there, but not do the actual development on this one. But for the robot purpose, my robot purpose, I'm really interested in being able to do that part also here. The latest Intel SDK, if I understand correctly, claims that you could run some part, at least not the TensorFlow, but Caffe and the demos and some parts of many parts of the SDK on this one. But it becomes really unclear. Is it on Ubuntu? Is it on Raspbian? Is it on JSC? Or is it on Stretch? Which version it is? And all the instructions and information online, which people say, yeah, I got it working, but which combination did you get it working? I mean, it's rather confusing. There's so much different variations, and depending again which SDK you had. A lot of the instructions online are from July or something, so I guess it's from some prototype or beta versions. And there are actually some websites that claim, yeah, install and this, but when you really read, you realize that they couldn't have had this stick, so they just played around with the SDK, but they never tried it with a package like this, where this actually is really ideal. And the tests I did with my friend with the Intel and based computer, it basically this offloaded the processing completely from the CPU, so it was really nice. It heated up quite nicely as well, so I understand why they have these gaps here and fins. No, you don't burn your fingers. But it worked really nicely, so I'm definitely going to continue with this one and getting more of this for the robot, since it seems quite promising in my opinion. Okay, next is the video of these examples or sample programs we tried on the Intel based computer. Hello, I'm trying this Intel's new Movidius stick after a lot of installation issues and other problems. There's a small demo working with the web camera, and it's supposed to detect. Now it's thinking lighter. Okay, let's try something else the other way around. Cup. It detects it's a cup with the same percentage. Okay, next we will try the toaster. Let's see if it recognizes that one. Toaster. Yeah, that's a toaster. Okay, there was the samples, and I must apologize, they were a bit unclear sometimes the video. But yeah, you could see that it was working relatively fast. I mean, and the nice part is that if I buy more of these, I will just get it faster and faster. running, and I can put them all in the same USB hub basically. So yeah, there was a lot of, I mean, it was still just a demo, so you could see that it was not trained with a very large amount of samples or different categories, but yeah, I was really positive about the results. Now I'm just hoping that Intel will make up with the driver and the installation SDK much better and a much wider support, so that installation will be easier and one can concentrate on actually making the networks and programming and doing something useful with this. Thank you for watching.